Welcome back. Now, as we count down to Christmas, Gauteng will come alive with the sounds of carols performed by the Drakensberg Boys Choir as they kick off their 2022 Noël Tour. The much-loved and uniquely South African choir will perform at the Piazza at Melrose Arch, Heidelberg, Klipkerk and Pretoria's Moreletapark, Kerk. To tell us more, we are joined in studio by Vaughan van Zyl, who is the artistic director for the Drakensberg Boys Choir. Vaughan, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Simply good morning, and thank you very much for having us here this morning.
It's an absolute pleasure. I mean, I've always been watching these boys grow up. I mean, moving from leaps and bounds and going to greater heights. And just look at how grown they are. Yes. Now, how would you sum up the year 2022 for the Drakensberg Boys Choir?
Simpu, it's actually been a wonderful year. It's been a year where it's really been back to normal after what we've been through with COVID and so on. You know that if you take 2 years ago, the grade 9s of then, because we only go up to grade 9, the grade 9s of then did not have even a weekend tour in their final year. And you know, some of these boys, we're from grade 4 to 9, are at the school and in the choir from grade 4 up to grade 9 for 6 years. So those boys never had that. So we started a little bit off with it last year, but this year it's been full on. And the choir's in demand. We're very fully booked. We've traveled. We've been to Zambia and a lot of conferences and then our normal concerts. So it's been a great year for the choir. And
speaking of concerts, there's this upcoming 2022 Noël Tour. Just take us through that.
That's right. You know, Simpuri, the Noël Tour, the history of it is it actually started 40 years ago. 1982 was the first official Noël Tour, and the choir, with of course the exception of 2020, did not have a Noël Tour that year. But other than that, this is our 39th one. Okay. And so the Noël Tour is, you know, just to bring joy and the spirit of Christmas to the people as much as we can around the country. So, and we're starting off here in Joburg today with the first concert at Melrose Arch, and we're very excited about that. So it's at the Piazza at Melrose Arch, and then tomorrow is at Heidelberg here in Gauteng, the Klipkerk, and then Monday we will be in Moreletapark in Pretoria, and then Tuesday at the Liberty Church in Randburg, and then Wednesday Etienne Rousseau Theatre in Sasolburg. So we're going to the Vaal Triangle as well. And then we have a little bit of a break, and then Saturday we're on the road again to Zimbali Beach Resort. And then on Sunday, Redham House, Umhlanga, and then on Monday at Hilton College Theatre. So, yeah, it's quite an extensive tour.
Hectic schedule, especially for the boys. And let's talk about the music that you're curating and what that entailed.
Right, so the program is really filled with well-known carols, some maybe not so well-known, but still beautiful carols. You'll hear one of the carols this morning, Carol of the Bells. And then, of course, we have, you know, a nice arrangement of Ding Dong Merrily on High. We've got Star Carol, we've got The Very Best Time of the Year, then, of course, Silent Night, Oh Holy Night. So really all the well-known carols and the things that people love.
Yeah. And how do you ensure that each Noël Tour is different from the previous years?
You see, so how it works, Simpuwe, is that the basic program stays the same because, you know, Christmas is such a nostalgic, an emotional part of the year that people, it's the one time in the year where you'd like to go back and to experience maybe what you experienced the previous year. You know, you might have lost somebody along the way, or your circumstances might have changed. And as it is, you know, when we walk into shopping malls and we hear Boney M, and then, you know, then we know it's Christmas. Right. So it's the same sort of thing that we have with our Noël program. And then every year we bring something new in and shift something out for a little while or so. But it's a more traditional program that we have every year.
And for those who are, you know, outside looking in, they often ask the questions, how do the boys benefit from being a part of the Drakensberg Boys Choir?
You know, Simpuri, that's actually very easy for me to answer because I'm also an old boy of the school. And I've been at this, I was a boy at the school for 4 years. Okay. And you know, in our mission statement, it says you know, to prepare boys for life. And that is exactly what the Drakensberg Boys Choir School does. It's not just in the choir realm of it and in the music, but it's in every aspect of the school. You know, you take all these tours, the boys who live we are very close-knit family actually in the Drakensberg at the Drakensberg Boys Choir. So it's, you know, all these different parts in the school. And the boys work under immense lot of pressure, but there's a lot of reward that comes out of it. So it's honestly, I can say, to prepare boys for life. And you can speak to any old boy of the school out there.
Okay.
I speak to my old friends very often, and they say it doesn't matter what you do in your career, it absolutely prepares you for life in your professional life and your personal life.
Right.
So there's a lot of benefit to be a boy at the Drakensberg Boys Choir School.
You just shared with us the schedule for the Noël Tour, and it's physically draining, I can only imagine. So how do the boys then juggle schoolwork and, you know, being a part of the Drakensberg Boys Choir, especially when it comes to traveling and touring?
Yes, very good question. So what the boys, we've got a very good academic standard at the school. It's not like this academic takes this, you know, the second best. You know, we've got brilliant teachers. We're on par with the IAB program, you know, with the syllabus and the academics. So it just takes that much more harder work. So you will sometimes, when we are at school on weekends, you'll find the boys in their classrooms on a Saturday morning, getting extra tuition from the teachers. So the teachers also walk the extra mile, and the boys put in a lot of hard work because they know, you know, they've got to be on par with their academics as well as their music and their singing. So it's quite a juggle, but they're doing it and we're doing it.
Right, and for those who just want, you know, to have a taste of the Drakensberg Boys Choir magic, how do they get part? I mean, how do they get to be part of those concerts? Like, where do we get the tickets?
They can, they are on our website. It says where the tickets for the different concerts are sold. I know that Melrose Arch today is sold out.
Yeah.
So, but like for tomorrow in Heidelberg, it's www.webtickets. The web tickets is basically the one where they can go and have a look. But if they go into our website, the program is on there with all the where you can buy tickets from and book tickets.
All right, Vaughan, great chatting to you. Thank you so
Thanks
much for joining us.
us.
Thank you. Well, Vaughan van Zyl is the artistic director for the Drakensberg Boys Choir, speaking to us about their 2022 Noël Tour, kicking off at the Piazza at Melrose Arch from today. Now, here is the Drakensberg Boys Choir. Take it away, boys.
Once into here was a bit cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Ding-a-ling-a-dong, 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 ding-dong, ding-dong, ding-ding-dong, ding-ding-dong, ding-dong, ding-dong.
Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to every home. Dong in the bowl, ding-dong-ding-dong, dances and songs, traveling, dong caroling.
Once into here was a bit cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Ding-dong-dong, ding-dong, ding-a-ling-a-dong, 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 ding-dong, ding-a-ling-a-dong, ding-dong, ding-ding-dong, ding-dong, ding-ding-dong. On they say, on without end, they travel tone to every home.